Buildaid Media, powered by builders and supported by Mix 93.8 FM and SA Garden and Home, are proud to bring you this homeowner workshop series. Throughout this series, we will be showcasing a wide variety of industry specialists to ensure a positive building experience. In this episode, Michael Steyn from Franke talks about what to consider when choosing your sinks, mixers and kitchen tops. He also shows us some additional cutting-edge products available to the homeowner. Your host is Graham Alexander from Buildaid Media.
Michael, you guys have been making stainless steel sinks and stuff for a long time.
That's correct, Graham. Franke's been in the country for about 106 years. So, yeah, I think definitely the knowledge in that within the stainless steel industry.
But I think the sort of kitchen sink that one tends to get in your mind, a sort of stainless steel bowl with a runoff area, it's not as simple as that anymore. There are all sorts of different sinks. Run us through that slide, please, Michael.
Okay, the particular slide on the screen now that's basically the type of installation. But just to retrack, coming back to what you said, there's so many designs out there in terms of the type of sinks. So what to consider definitely when selecting a sink is firstly the type of installation. So there's 5 different types of installations that you do get for your kitchen sink, and all that ties in with the design of your kitchen. So again, it's something to consider from the set off. Because what's happening in the industry as well is the designers design the kitchen, and all you get on the rendering is maybe a rectangle with two round bowls, and you've got no idea what to fit in there. So the homeowners need to take this in consideration and do a bit of homework to see what product they want installed. Be it an inset sink, which basically drops on top of the counter. So there's a hole cut in the countertop, and that sink sets in and it fastens up with clips, or an undermount sink. There's different terminology in that you get underslung sink or drop-in sink and that. So your undermount sink is basically a sink that sits underneath your countertop, and that gets fixed with a epoxy, and certain of the units do come with clips as well. And again, with something like that, you have to know what you want to install. For the guys that do the countertop cutting, they need to drill the holes for those clips, because if you've got a stone type or a granite type top, a DIY guy can't go and take a drill and drill the holes. It's specialized equipment that's required to drill those holes in those tops. So especially with the undermounts, it's something that needs to be assessed beforehand. Slim top and flush mount is something new in the industry. With your flush mount, it's literally a flush mounted sink. So with that, you need a bit of a specialized installer, because they need to use a CNC machine to route that groove for that sink to sit flush on the countertop. So again, it comes with design. So if you want something nice and sleek and modern, that's something that you need to have a look at. And then your last one, your drop on, that's primarily for your steel kitchen designs, and that's something that sits on top of your carcass. So with that, you take cleats and you fix it to the carcass itself. So that's just a bit on the installation of the product itself.
What's important, I think, Michael, is whether we remember all of this or not, is that we know there are different types of sink for different applications, different designs.
That's correct.
And so on. And I know you guys work very closely with Easy Life Kitchens and probably other kitchen companies, so that homeowners or clients and architects will be made aware of this, during that design.
That's correct, yes, definitely. They can definitely
process.
get in touch with the designers. And again, the designers know the product. So most of the products that are out there, and they can advise as well and assist the customer, be it inset, undermount, and together with the type of finish. So again, coming to your design of the kitchen, be it modern, industrial, rustic, do you want something stainless steel? Do you maybe want something of a stone type material, which we've got as the Fragranite product. So it's a granite type composite. There's different features of both of the products. So with the stainless steel, it's rust resistant and it's clean and hygienic. With the Fragranite again as well, but the Fragranite has a bit more properties. So it's UV resistant, it's scratch resistant, it's impact resistant. So it depends on the application. So if I maybe can retract, there's two questions that you need to ask looking at a sink. Firstly, what's the main usage going to be? Is it primarily just going to be for wash up in a scullery where you just do dishes? Or is it something that you're going to utilize, maybe if you're a foodie and you love preparing food, is it something you're going to utilize in terms of using that product for preparing your food? And that's something to take in consideration as well.
Now we've got two common shapes there with a twin bowl. With your Fragranite, do you make that in different types of bowls, single bowl, prep bowls, and so on?
That's correct, yes. Within the Fragranite material, we also do under-mount products. So it's a square type design, which you get in different sizes. So we do the double bowl single drainer inset product, and then there's 3 different sizes under mounts. Same material, and you do get it in a white and black coloring. I know there are competitors out there that offer wider range coloring. So again, it comes down to really what you want in the kitchen, be it color combinations, worktop white, sink white, tap white. So there's definitely a trend to be followed there.
That one could look quite good with, I suppose, a black mixer or a white mixer.
That's correct, yeah. So we do offer that as well in our sink mixer range. So again, taking that into consideration is, do you want that combination of colors or do you want a different function of mixer?
Let's have a look at some mixers.
Again, with the mixers, it really comes down to functionality. Yes, there is a lot of different designs, but again, what do you want to accomplish with the mixer? Is it water purification that you want out of the product? Is it retractable that you need to reach further, maybe use a shower spray when preparing food? So something like a retractable or a shower type mixer is very nice for foodies. So if you've got an island type with a prep bowl, you've got the shower type mixer, it cleans your food nice and properly. So you can get that nice high pressure on that product. Alternatively, as I mentioned, with your water purification, that's something with the inline filter. It's not your, you get those other filter systems that you basically reverse osmosis. So it's not something like that. It's a very easy system to install. It's just an inline filter that the filter can be replaced. Yeah. The rest of the mixers, again, showing our colored range. That's a new range that we recently launched. And there are other products in the market similar to that, which provide you with that color option. Currently, we've got the black and white to fit with our Fragranite products. So it allows you that option of uniformity in terms of color range.
Tell us about the descending
The descending, it's actually called the Lunar descending mixer. That comes with your sleek design. So if you've maybe again got an island type that you want it nice and sleek and modern, the descending mixer basically descends on top of your countertop and it's nice and flush. So it doesn't stand in the way, and so you've maybe got a double undermount sink and you've got that center part where you can descend the mixer into that and it's nice and flush. It's out of the way and you can send and descend that for usage, again, maybe filling a water bottle or that as well. So it just allows different functionalities. Talking
about costs, we mentioned earlier that a lot of residential projects unfortunately go down the road of a professional being employed just to get the plans approved. And the kitchen is usually sort of a parallel line to the wall. The fridge is probably across, the sink is 2 bowls with dots in them. That's about as much information you have on the kitchen. And the project, off it goes, it went to the lowest bidder, and then we come across fittings like this, and we realize we can't afford them. If you had planned from the word go, the architect and the professional team will fit all of this in. And there is a myth out there that finishes will break your budget. Finishes will not break your budget, not even close. It's the structure that breaks your budget. The cost of a home is in the structure. Of course, finishes cost money, but it doesn't break the budget. What breaks the budget is because nobody planned. So you get to the end of the project, now we've got to think about kitchens and taps. We go, the money's gone. Of course it's gone. The guy that quoted only had 60% of the information and he got his price wrong. You can afford these things. What's up next, Michael, is that you guys also make worktops. So now you've got everything in one.
That's correct. We do everything, including the kitchen sink now. So we do worktops as well. It's a new addition to the Franke range. It's something the European countries has been doing for about 10 odd years, and they've been doing very, very well. In some of the products, we are basically an alternative option. But we do acrylic, which is a solid surface product, which is a lot friendlier using on the product, where you can thermoform it into certain designs. And so the design factor of that product is sky's the limit. Then we also do the quartz surface, which is a 93% quartz, 7% additives, epoxies and that to create the product. The product that we're really looking forward to is the Lapitec product. It is a product manufactured by Lapitec for Franke. So it's an Italian-based product. So that's imported, and it's a sintered stone product. And the versatility of that product is phenomenal. It's very heat resistant, up to 1,200 degrees. It's scratch resistant, fade resistant. You can actually use that product in wall cladding, floor cladding, swimming pools. So this, again, the usage of the product is very nice. And all of these products is Franke products. And I think that's what makes it such a good quality product as well. So we're looking to come into the market with that complete solution, from countertop, sink mixer, maybe something like a waste disposal that we will get to. And so it's a complete package, and you know that you've got that one-stop shop, if I can call it that, to assist you with all of these products.
So the countertop could be custom made to suit your specific.
Yes, and again, that is where the guys from Easy Life Kitchens and the designers will come in terms of the designing. Currently, we will supply the slab to the fabricators, and they'll be able to do then the installation and the fabrication of whatever design you have planned on top of with the designers.
When it comes to waste, that's something that can be managed quite efficiently, and you have a product there, Michael, that deals with that.
That's correct. It's a waste disposal unit. I'm sure everybody and most homeowners have seen it on movies and that. So we do a product like that. It's actually such a convenient product where the product gets plumbed into your plumbing system, your wastewater. So there's no baskets or anything that you need to clean after the waste has been thrown in there. So it pulps up all organic waste and it sends it through with your plumbing. So you don't have all these messy bins or smelly bins and that can be unhygienic. With this, you basically let the water flow, throw all your organic waste in there, it pulps it up and sends it with your plumbing. No mess, no fuss. So ideal product for foodies and that love preparing the food in the kitchen. Now, it's a phenomenal product.
Just to give us an idea, Michael, and sometimes talking price is difficult because it depends on who you get it through and there might be different products. But just as an idea, how much would a unit like that cost?
A unit like that you can get in the market for anywhere from 3,500 to 4,000 rand.
Yeah. So 3,500 rand is not going to break the budget as long as you've planned for it. That's and correct. Neither are those mixers or the kitchens or anything, if it's in the bigger picture.
That's correct, yes.
If you change the roof design of a complicated design, and we've done this exercise a number of times in demonstrations and that, where you can change the cost of a place by up to 20% by messing around with the roof. Sorry, not messing around with it, just changing it. So if we need to find another 50 grand in the kitchen, I'm going to find it in the structure. I'm not going to go and find it in the floor tiles and the things that we're going to live with every day. Your hydro tap, this is I want one of these.
Oh, it's a phenomenal product. It falls basically in again with the appliances of your kitchen. So again, it's something to pre-plan because you have to take in consideration the size of your cabinet and that, and for ventilation on the product. It's a phenomenal product. It's an under-counter unit that provides on-tap boiling, sparkling, and filtered cold water. Obviously, there are different models where you can start off maybe just with a boiling unit, a boiling ambient, boiling sparkling, and then the top of the range is your BCS, which is boiling, chilled, and sparkling filtered water. And that's what we're trying to promote with this product, is the filtering of the water. It's a 0.2 micron filter that you get in the product, and that takes out all sediments. It even takes out your chlorine taste of the water and that. So it's a very nice filtered water that you also get through the product. With the sparkling, basically, it's a CO2 cylinder that's attached with the unit, and as you use both buttons, it produces CO2 water. So it's an on-tap system, a very, very nice system in terms of convenience.
I think there's a short video that you guys have up. Let's have a look at that.
The Zip Hydro Tap really is an incredible appliance. It does 3 things in one: boiling, chilled, and sparkling filtered drinking water instantly. It's energy efficient, and it means no more plastic bottles. Oh, and it's designed and built right here in Australia.
It's manufactured in Australia. We also do the Zip Hydro boils, and that's manufactured locally. So that's basically for the industrial side of the business, workshops, factories, and that. It's a wall-mounted unit that takes away the urn, basically.
There are just a couple of points that we need to remember when we start planning our homes. And the first point is budget realistically. Now, you may have no clue on what a home's going to cost. I want 300 square meters and I've got R1 million. You won't have to ask around too much for somebody to tell you that's unrealistic. So don't get let down. Get a realistic budget, and remember, there's no such thing as a rate per square meter. We at Buildaid have done over 12,500 residential projects in the last 30 years, and no 2 of them were the same rate per square meter. The second one, don't take advice from unqualified people. Don't listen to your butcher and your hairdresser. They're not qualified to give you building advice. Guys like this will give it to you for free. But most specialists you talk to, including architects like us, if you come and chat to us, we're not going to charge you to talk to you. We'd like to get your work, but you can actually get good advice from some smart people. Employ the right architect and allow him to do his job. It's not about getting the plans approved. That's just a little part of the architectural process. To design a home takes a lot of energy and effort. One of the reasons architects aren't employed properly is because the homeowner gets a quote, they say, of 150 grand to design my home. Are you crazy? To just draw some plans. You need to understand what's involved. Architects charge between 5 and 10%, depending on the type of work, and they're all negotiable like any commercial deal. But when we sell the home and we pay the estate agent 5%, and it's 5% of the whole project, including the land, there's no problem. The reason there's no problem is it's not a cash flow issue. It's coming out of the proceeds of the sale. Up front, employing an architect coming out of your pocket, you're going, I'm not paying this guy 150 grand, I must be mad. You must seriously look at what an architect does. It is critically important. Other one is get involved. Do what you're doing here this morning. Get involved, read things, check the internet, go to showrooms, talk to people, take your time. Use technology. 3D technology, we design homes in our practice where we'll get you the virtual reality of your home where there's bubbles in the champagne. Your home will be as real as it's built. You'll know exactly what it costs before you start building. If you had 3.1 million rand, it will be 3.1 million rand, and you'll see exactly why it's 3.1 million rand. Use the right architect, use technology, use specialists to give you advice. And if architects don't use specialists, they're either not doing their job properly or they haven't been paid the right fee. They can't do things like kitchens and roof trusses and window frames. Only specialists can do those things. Then employ the right contractor. One of my favorite clients was a man called Ronnie Watson. He was the CEO of Westbank, and he was one of my heroes. He was such an amazing guy. And I had him on the radio show one night to talk to him about how he managed a bank and another game reserve and the lodge I was designing for him. And he told me a whole lot of things. Obviously, he was a good manager, but the thing he said was most critical thing, employ the right contractor, because you're going to live with him for around 9 months. You're going to have to trust him with everything. And then use a contract. Write everything down.
Thank you for joining us. If you would like to watch any more of the workshops in the Homeowner series, follow the Buildaid YouTube channel or visit our website, buildaid.co.za, where you can find a full range of our product offering. To book your seat at our next workshop, visit caxtonevents.co.za. Don't forget to tune into Mix 93.8 FM Wednesday evenings from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. to listen to the Buildaid show.